Starting in 2 minutes, Vox Virtual. Digital togetherness in a time of physical distance. Today from Bulawayo in Zimbabwe, the trio Insingizi, followed out of Dublin by Ireland's finest ANÚNA.
Vox Virtual features 10 international ensembles during this week of free live streams presented by Classical Movements and Olga Vocal Ensemble. Stay tuned, we'll be starting in 1 minute.
Hello and welcome to Vox Virtual Concert number 4. 4 already, wow, time flies. Today we have for you Insingizi from Zimbabwe and ANÚNA from Ireland. If you're just tuning in for the first time to Vox Virtual, it's a week-long singing festival with groups from all over the world. We set it up because, of course, all of our gigs and tours and festivals were cancelled due to Corona. So here we are. This festival is brought to you by Olga Vocal Ensemble and Classical Movements. Now, my name's Phil.
And I'm Pietro Pergur.
We are members of Olga Vocal Ensemble, which is based in Holland and Iceland. And we are broadcasting to you now from Reykjavik, Iceland. So today, as I said, we have Insingizi from Zimbabwe, ANÚNA from Ireland. And if you want to support these artists and the other artists in our festival, you can click the link in the description where you can go and you can donate. All of it goes straight to the artists and helps us bring this amazing music to you. And by donating, you can also get access to some really fascinating workshops because each artist is bringing a workshop. Some are focusing on vocal techniques, some are doing arranging, composing, traditional folk singing. So if any of this sounds interesting to you, go to our website, click the description, and you can support us and get access to these workshops. And by the way, I wanted to mention that Pietro here is an avid knitter, and he is busy producing a very warm woolen hat. Now, if you would like to get your hands on this hat, you can tag your friends in the description, and one lucky winner will gain this hat at the end of the festival. Now, without further ado, I would like to welcome U.S.A. of Insingizi onto the stage. Hey,
hello.
Welcome.
Hi, hello, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
We are good. How are you?
We are good. We are good.
And you are calling us from Vienna, is that right?
Yes, from Vienna, Austria.
Okay. And is that your home base at the moment?
This is our home base at the moment, yes.
Okay, nice. But you told me you were split up a little bit because of the Corona.
Yes, we are. I mean, Vienna is our home base at the moment, but at the moment, one of our members is in Zimbabwe right now. He's been there for some time and was supposed to be back in Europe for our annual tour, which is not taking place because of the Corona.
Of course.
And so right now, we have all the members scattered all over.
Looking forward to a time when we can all just get back together.
We also looking forward to it.
Yeah, let's listen.
Thank you.
sibe moya munye sivuselele ingoma sendulo sibe munye thina sibe moya munye sivuselele ingoma sendulo amasiko awethu hashonaphi amasiko obe kukhona izolo awusenziwa amasiko awethu hashonaphi wona amasiko obe kukhona izolo awusenziwa mama sibe munye thina sibe moya munye sivuselele ingoma sendulo sibe munye thina sibe moya munye sivuselele ingoma sendulo amasiko awethu hashonaphi amasiko obe kukhona izolo awusenziwa. Khona le mthini kaBaba
This is great.
Beautiful.
Very nice. So can you tell us something about your group and the history of it, when you formed it and how you guys met?
Insingizi was formed in 1987 as a school project. The group went on as a professional group from there onwards. So the three of us remained, and we decided to shorten the name. Before that, the name was Insingizi Emnyama, which means Insingizi is a ground hornbill bird, which is found in the southern part of Africa. And it has a special way it is a special voice. The male is different from the female and also from the young ones. So they sound like a choir when they are together. And we like to believe that our voices sound like this special bird. This is why the name Insingizi.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. So can you tell us something about your next song, which is called La Duma?
The next song, La Duma, is a song that I wrote. And La Duma talks about the rain. Where I come from, people are always happy when the rain comes, especially in the villages, because everyone is looking forward to the rain and to go to the fields and plow, because small farmers depend on the rain. Oh. And also, as kids, we always rejoiced when the rain came, the smell of the African soil and the rain, and we went to play outside. So when rain comes, you must always be ready, because you don't know, it can come today, it can come tomorrow. So be prepared. And this is also a way to say, whatever you do in life, try to prepare yourself in time.
Wow.
La Duma, Baba, La Duma, Duma, La Duma, La Duma, au La Duma, Baba, La Duma njena, Duma, La Duma, La Duma, isikati, osifikile asambe. Siyokhuleka entabeni ukuze mina nawe sibhathizwe egameni likaba elendodana lomoya oyingcwele.
Isiqoqodo is a hammerhead bird, a very stubborn bird that knocks on the tree bark. But in this song, he talks about people, because also in Ndebele, someone who's stubborn, they're called Isiqoqodo. So it's not good to be stubborn.
Isiqoqodo siyaqoqoda, isiqoqodo siyaqoqoda, emaqaqeni, 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 emaqaqeni. Siapapa, 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 siapapa. Oh mama, siapapa, mama, siapapa, siapapa. Oh siapapa, mama, siapapa, njina, siapapa. Gong, 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 emaqaqeni.
Ooh, I like that bass.
Yeah.
Oh, to all of you tuning in at the moment, I just wanted to remind you that we are having a little woolen hat giveaway raffle at the end of the festival. So Pieter here is knitting a nice woolen hat with Icelandic wool. And if you tag your friends in the comments below, then at the end of the week, we will pick one randomly to win this amazing Beautiful hat. Now, Vusa, I was wondering if you could tell us something about some of your inspirations as a musician and how you find your groove.
When we were growing up, we listened to a lot of music from Lady Smith Black Mambazo from South Africa, because you were the pioneers of this genre of music, the traditional Zulu Ndebele a cappella music that we do, which is called Imbube. And then we're a group from Zimbabwe called Black Umfolosi, which is also one of the oldest groups from Zimbabwe in this style of music. They also inspired us a lot and came to our rehearsals once in a while to rehearse with us. So those two groups were the main groups that we looked up to and still look up to. Also being raised in a community where music is part of our daily lives. You know, people sing when someone dies. People come together and we sing songs of death. When we celebrate, we sing songs of joy. There's always singing going on. And
right.
So in our songs, we also try to celebrate this the heritage of music. And so when we write our songs, we write about things that happen around our society, around the societies. And some of the songs are traditional songs that raised us. So we take them and we rearrange them so that they can fit into today's society with the messages.
Right. So it's not even really it's not a performance. It's a living experience.
Yes, it is. It's part of you.
Right. Ah, beautiful.
Yeah.
So the next song, I'm gonna try to pronounce it. Londolozela.
Yes, correct.
Well, what does that mean?
Londolozela is like I said before, we have songs and music for every occasion. Traditional Ndebele wedding. The families come together. And the bride's family and the groom's family, they both come and sing. So the bride family will sing a song and the groom will also answer and sing a song. Sometimes the songs can be funny. Sometimes they can sing about your family. It's like a battle. They call it battle in the hip hop or whatever, but in a humorous way. Yeah. So Londolozela is a song. It accompanies the bride, and they say, if he is mean to you, come back home. If he does things that you don't like or says things, you can always come back home. So they are singing. They're talking to the bride.
Okay.
They say, go well, but if ever he touches you, you have your auntie, you have your people, come back home. And so then the groom's family will also have a song maybe to answer to that and says, no, we will treat her like an egg. She will be our beautiful bride. So it's all fun at the end of the day because this music is uniting these families and they are enjoying.
Right. Wow.
Angakushayu baleke londolozela uyobika kukhokho londolozela angakushayu baleke londolozela uyobika kumama londolozela mama londolozela 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 la londolozela
Oh, man.
Really good.
That is groovy. Very groovy. Wow. That's a wedding I want to attend. I just want to the audiences tuning in right now, I want to remind you that this concert and the other ones in our festival are, of course, broadcast free of charge on Facebook and YouTube. But if you click the link in the description over here, you can go to our website and you can donate. And it can be any amount that you want. And all of it goes straight to the artist to support us and to help us and Insingizi and ANÚNA and all the other artists to produce this music and to bring it to you and connect across the oceans and the distances. So please do check that out, consider that. And if you do that, you can also get access to some really interesting workshops.
Yeah, and talking about workshops, can you tell us something about the workshop you're going to give and what people can learn?
We are going to teach you guys and some people in Iceland who are interested. So we are going to teach it online, and the audience will watch us teaching them and take part in the workshop as well. Also, how you can move to the music, because for us, movement and music goes together.
Cool. All right. So you guys out there, go to our website. You can sign up and get access to this and all the other fascinating stuff that the artists are producing. We've reached actually the final song of your set today. But actually, for those of you out there who want to hear more Insingizi, don't worry. They'll be back on Saturday in our finale concert, as will all the other groups. So tune in on Saturday as well to hear more Insingizi. Let's listen.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Thank you so much for bringing this music to us and to everyone out there listening. Can you tell us, do you have some upcoming plans within Insingizi?
We'll be starting work on our next album, which we might release next year, beginning of next year. So we have started already preparing for it. God willing, maybe go on tour to promote the album next year, and hopefully other shows that were cancelled this year because we're supposed to be traveling around in Europe and out of Europe, but everything was cancelled. So we hope that we are going to cash on that, as well as new opportunities coming up.
Nice. Well,
Yes.
fingers crossed, and very exciting. I will definitely keep an eye out for the new album.
Thank you.
So thank you again, Vusa and Insingizi, for being here. This was amazing. Thank you so much. And we will see you on Saturday at the finale concert.
Thank you so much for having us, and wish you all the best, and see you on Saturday.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
We will have very shortly coming on the Irish group ANÚNA. But before that, we would like to have a short message from our co-presenter, Classical Movements, based in Washington, D.C.
Thank you, everybody from around the world, for tuning in and listening to the fourth of our Vox Virtual Festival concerts, live streaming from multiple platforms in a great sense of community and camaraderie. All these live streams are offered to you free of charge, and we are celebrating the diverse cultures and innovative ensembles that are part of Vox Virtual this festival. You just heard Insingizi from Zimbabwe, 3 men who came together many years ago to showcase the music of Southern Africa. I know that you love their music and their dancing and their wonderful, wonderful, innovative and beautiful arrangements of music that has been around for hundreds of years. They are offering workshops of their music, as are all the ensembles of this Vox Virtual Festival. All 10 are offering workshops. The concerts are live streamed free of charge, but we encourage you to support all groups during this pandemic because they've all lost their livelihood, and these workshops will not only enrich your life and bring such color and education and light into your classroom or your home, and be so much fun to discover different styles from around the world. But you'll also be helping all the groups by donating or buying these workshops. And we urge you to visit the Vox Virtual website at voxvirtual.is/workshops to support all the groups. Coming up next is ANÚNA from Ireland. ANÚNA needs no introduction. They are revered and well admired for their beautiful, pure style and for the compositions of Michael McGlynn, their founder. But before we do that, I'd like to introduce our partners in this venture. You just heard Pieter and Philip from Olga Vocal Ensemble, who dreamt up this idea, and Philip has been working for 3 months, really being so creative with this idea. We at Classical Movements, of which I'm the president, have been co-partnering with them to produce this festival and bring it to you. And we thank you again, listeners from around the world that are tuning in. And we now go on to the second half of this 4th concert and remind you that there'll be a 5th concert as well as a finale on Saturday the 29th of August, where you'll hear all the 10 ensembles. On to ANÚNA.
That was our co-presenter, Classical Movements. Again, thank you to them for helping us make this festival happen and bringing this music to you. And now, without further ado, I would like to introduce ANÚNA to the stage. Here we are.
Good
Hey
evening.
guys, nice to see you. How are you?
We love you, Philip.
I love you too. Do you want to introduce yourselves?
So I am Michael McLean. I'm the artistic director of the group.
I'm Kate. I'm a soprano in ANÚNA.
I'm Dahi. I'm mostly a tenor.
And I'm Sarka, and I'm mostly an alto in ANÚNA.
Let's just go straight to your first song. Let's see what it's all about. I'm going to tell the audience what it's called. Let me see. It's Fealty Don Ian.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
perfect.
Did I nail it?
That's really, really, really amusing. We're all in hysterics. I think Dahi, who probably is retching at your pronunciation, might actually tell you a little bit about
I should mention
what it is.
I should just mention to the audience at this point that Pieter and I have also sung with ANÚNA from
I
time
don't
to
remember
time.
you.
But, we're still working on our Irish. It is definitely a work in progress.
Well, the pronunciation was close enough, and by that I mean nowhere near what it should have been. So well done. The piece is called Fáilte don Aim. Basically translated as welcome to the birds, welcoming the birds, and it's this feeling of freedom and soaring.
The text, it's written by an Irish poet called Seamus Dal McCorha, and he was blind. So his description of the bird is unique. He's a blind person talking about something that he's only ever heard.
Wow. Nice one. Yeah, nailed it.
It's all auto-tuned. That's all
Is it?
auto-tuned.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, Michael, I have a question for you. Why did you start ANÚNA and when?
I started ANÚNA in 1987. The reason I started it, I think, if I was going to be honest, just with you, Pieter, just with you and no one else, is because I needed to build an instrument. I needed to build an instrument for the music that I wrote.
Can you guys comment a little bit? Because the group's been around for a little while. And you guys, the rest of you, of course, joined much later. So what was that like for you guys joining ANÚNA?
For me, I was singing with a college choir at the time, and we sang a piece of Michael's. And afterwards, he came up and introduced himself. And so I kind of sprinted after him, and I was like, okay, when I get over there, I'm going to join ANÚNA. And about 6 months later, I sent him an email and I said, no, I was serious. I would really love to join. And then he bought me a ticket to the Netherlands from London and gave me a dress and said, if you can stand on stage and no one knows that you're not in ANÚNA, you're golden. I was like,
did I really do that? Okay. Did I really? Oh my God.
Baptism by fire is the way to go.
Probably.
And it's funny, you're just kind of like, you go out on stage with a burning candle in your hand and you don't know how to hold it yet. So apart from the fact that you
when
need
you
to
say
know
it just...
On that note, let's talk about the next song, which is Illumination. Would you like to tell us something about that?
See what you did there.
Okay, well, Illumination's a very interesting piece because we were doing a concert in Kinsale in Ireland, and the vicar in the church, which was the church of Saint Multos, who's a medieval saint, said, I've got this amazing stone which has got a text on it, which basically translates as, here I am lying in the grave, and I was once like you, and one day you will be like me. So watch yourself, buddy. And it really appealed to me a lot because the thing I really love about setting music is that you get a chance to actually reach out to people who are gone. And you realize they weren't that much different to us, really, in so many ways. And to be able to bring their words into the world we're in is what it's all about.
Qui
Oh, that is a nice sing. I'm not just saying that, Michael.
She is one hell of a singer, I have to say.
Yeah.
Andrea Delaney, what a singer.
Indeed. Now, to all of you tuning in right now, I just wanted to remind you that Pieter here is knitting a woolen hat. And if you tag your friends in the comments below, one lucky person could win this beautiful Icelandic hat at the end of the festival.
Yes.
Now, I wanted to ask you guys a little bit about some of your musical inspirations. Like, what do you find in yourselves or the world around you to bring to the music you're making?
One of the first things I always want to figure out when it comes to a piece is, what is the story behind it? Is there a link to nature? Is it love? Is it death? What language is it in? And why is the language itself important to the story? I've always been fascinated by texts in the Irish because I find they're very underused and underappreciated languages. There's something so poetic about the language itself, the use of the consonants, the very guttural rhythmic sound that it has to it. I always try to see why that language, why that text, why do they connect so well.
There's an enormous amount of, you could say, history or heritage in every word.
Yeah, it's something very subtly done in the language. It highlights the history of an area, the heritage, the culture. It's very profound and yet simple.
Right. And it's perfect now to actually segue to our next song, because Fionagala is quintessentially like this sort of linguistic song where the language dictates how the song sounds.
It's a very guttural form of music, mouth music, essentially. And one of the main characteristics of it is that the words themselves, the phrases, the language as a whole, it gives you that pulse, that rhythm. It's a very naturally flowing sound.
This is Fionagala, a story of a blacksmith, some fish, and an orangutan. Probably. Horton go, Burmius Horton go, Baladamis Horton go, Leshano Halavahan and Nurse and Tahalaracadia the Haria. Cinnamon, Yellenabon, every Finnegal, Cinnamon, Yellenabon, every Finnegal. Vein and Vetu, Fadamana Vein and Vetu, Falavamana, you and Mavekan and Maramana Vami the Grass, said and Taring Nambadi and Idirgan. Cinnamon, Yellenabon, every Finnegal, Cinnamon, Yellenabon, every Finnegal. Condition having a shot, condition having a shot, condition having a shot, ready fresh and flying. Now money in a diligence, send the bone, every Finnegal, send the bone, every Finnegal. Vein and Vetu, Fadamana Vein and Vetu, Falavamana, you and Mavekan and Maramana Vami the Grass, said and Taring Nambadi in a diligence. Send the bone, every Finnegal, send the bone, every Finnegal. Condition having a shot, condition having a shot, condition having a shot, baby, fresh and flying. Now money in a diligence, send the bone, every Finnegal, send the bone, every Finnegal. Horton go, Burmius Horton go, Balavamis Horton go, Leshano Halavahan and Nurse and Tahalaracadia the Haria. Send the bone, every Finnegal, send the bone, every Finnegal.
Oh, that's a great tune. That is a great tune.
I was on fire that night. I was on fire.
I just wanted to quickly remind the audience, if you're tuning in for the first time, this is, of course, Vox Virtual, a week-long singing festival. All the shows you're seeing are free of charge. But if you want to support these artists and all the others participating in this festival, you can click the link, and you can go to our website and donate. It can be a little bit, can be a lot, but it's up to you.
A lot.
And it goes, preferably a lot, but But all of it goes to these artists and the others to help us make more music and bring this music to you. So if you're enjoying this show, please consider clicking and supporting us. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to go to your next songs, which we're going to play 2 songs back to back. And that's going to be the end of ANÚNA's set today. But you will be back on Saturday. So fear not, you will get more of ANÚNA this Saturday and all the other groups in our finale concert. So tune in on Saturday. And now we have the famous Dulaman, followed by Sanctus. Can you give us a little bit about that?
Dulaman is a song about seaweed, and it was recorded by Chanticleer in 1997. We'd recorded it a few years before that, but they took it all over the USA. And I went to America in 2011, and I hadn't realized that every single choir in America knew this piece, and it's gradually shifting all over the world. So if you go to Japan or you go to China or wherever, there's people singing Dulaman there as well. Sanctus is different. Sanctus is one of the first pieces I wrote, and it's an exploration of stillness.
Ani hinni an ocean in yal if you hurry you harvey and yoker na rahalang good you made Dulaman binabri Dulamana binabri yahala Dulamana faraga Dulamana binabri yahala Rocky make a lurlish and Dulaman gehela kiana broke a terrace Dulaman gela Dulamana binabri binabri yahala Dulamana faraga Dulamana binabri yahala broga brahadu era Dulaman gehela clara dogas trusera Dulaman gela Dulamana binabri Dulamana, binabri yahala Dulamana, faraga Dulamana, binabri yahala Dulamana, binabri Dulamana, binabri yahala Dulamana, binabri Dulamana, binabri yahala Dulamana, binabri Dulamana, binabri yahala Dulamana, faraga Dulamana, binabri yahala Dulamana, binabri Dulamana, binabri yahala Dulamana, binabri Dulamana, binabri yahala. An ocean in yal if you hurry you harvey and yoker na rahalang could you make Dulaman binabri yahala Dulamana faraga Dulamana binabri yahala the camboy an era Dulaman gerak the gahaklu swell Dulaman merak Dulamana binabri yahala Dulamana faraga Dulamana binabri yahala Dulamana binabri yahala Dulamana binabri yahala binabri yahala Dulamana faraga Dulamana binabri yahala Dulamana binabri yahala Dulamana binabri yahala.
Sanctus Dominus Deus Sabaoth. Veni sunt celi et terra, gloria
Beautiful. Wow. And shout out to our fellow bassman, Jan. I don't know where he is in the world these days, Slovenia or Norway?
He's in. He's on the side of a mountain somewhere in Slovenia on a farm.
Causing earthquakes by speaking and or singing.
So I want to ask you, what are your plans in the coming weeks, months?
Well, I think for ANÚNA, we're like most other performing groups in that we are at the mercy of what's happening in the world, which, to be honest, we're all sick to death of, particularly as I think that our industry has been left because everything else is more important. But in my case, it's allowed me to look at all the things that I haven't been doing. And I've started collaborations with other artists, which have actually meant that I'm looking to the future in a very different way.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, that's of course why Vox Virtual exists in the first place, is because we tried to think of a way to see if we could get together, at least virtually, and bring some music into the world.
It's been an amazing idea, I have to say. And we're so privileged and honored to be part of a lineup, which I have to say, some of these groups are just legends. Legends of the future in some cases.
It's an incredibly diverse musicality. So we just want to thank you guys again for being here and for bringing your voices to Vox Virtual and to the world. So we will see you again on Saturday at the finale concert. So until then, thank you very much, ANÚNA. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
We love you, Phil.
We love you too. Bye. Oh, we love Peter as well. We love Peter as well. Bye-bye. All right, that was ANÚNA, and before them, Insingizi. If you enjoyed this show, do click the link in the description. You can support these artists and the others participating in our festival. And you can also access the workshops being made available by ANÚNA, Insingizi, and all the other groups in the festival. So check that out on our website. And stay tuned. Tomorrow we have Olga Vocal Ensemble, which is us, plus 3 of our friends in Holland. And finally, the Swingles. So stay tuned. Coming up tomorrow, Olga and the Swingles. See you there.